All right. You're on. Go for it.
Okay, yay. Thank you, girls, for being here. It's fun. We haven't had a team call in a while, so this is fun to see all of your faces and reconnect with so many of you and meet Cheryl face-to-face for the first time. Face-to-face, like.
So cool. So cool.
So go ahead and read through the announcements just in the Coach Breaking News in your back office. And then we thought we just wanted, the purpose of this was just, connect unity of the team and Q&A and get maybe some accountability for the week, those sorts of things. So I'm going to run through the announcements. Let me click over here. Okay, so it's your final chance to get $10 off the Lift 4 bundles and into the exclusive Coach Test group that ends today. So if you're not already, I'm assuming, all of us are already in that. So if you're watching the recording, today's your last day, so you probably missed it. Sorry, guys. Okay. The final days to beat your best or set your best. So beat your best as in, oh, Cheryl, you for sure get this because you're beating your best success club ever, and so this is, you're going to be awesome on that. So you get a medal, right, guys? I think you get a medal if you beat your best. Beachbody will send you a medal, so that's kind of fun. That's been a fun competition.
Yeah.
It says right now that we're up to 7,716 coaches so far who have beat their best, so that's kind of fun to know that.
That is cool.
Then there's the Mace Temas VIP Early Access that is available right now. That started on July 16th. And then the Beachbody apparel launch, which we saw the Beachbody apparel at Summit, and it is awesome. Lacey, you actually have some. And you have a few. You have shoes.
I bought are my favorite. Like, I love them. I thought that they would be, they look thick. I thought that they would be hot. But they breathe amazingly. They're super comfy. Actually, my shoes are right here too. I'm obsessed with my shoes. They're the most
cute
I've ever had. So their apparel is I'm loving it.
Sarah has a pair of their shoes too that she got at Summit. So that's kind of fun. So those are all the announcements in the back office. So we want to open it up to you guys, see how you're doing, see how your week with coaching has gone, what you're feeling about coaching right now. If you're excited, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling motivated, encouraged, all of those things, because chances are you're not alone in any of the feelings that you're feeling. And so that's always good to know. And to see if there's any questions from anybody. So I guess I'm just going to start asking people. And Jessie, you're first on my screen. You're like...
And really quick too, I was talking to Leanne and we thought it would be cool for everybody to kind of set some goals for the week and tell us what they are. And so then when we check back in next Monday, we can kind of have report what we've done, have a little bit of accountability. So while it's your turn, share with us your goals for the week and any questions that you might have.
Oh, and sorry guys. I posted, I don't know if you saw this or not, but I want to highlight some of our clients, some of our challengers on our team calls. So just the beginning of every team call, I think that will just help with morale and everything like that, seeing each other's successes. So we want to, if you have anyone to highlight any of your clients, feel free to do that too. I posted, it's also a great opportunity in your challenge groups to start talking about the coaching opportunity. I know in my group, I've dropped a few times about what I do as a coach, just really casually, not this is what I do as a coach type of thing. But it was an opportunity for me today to say, hey, I'm so excited. I love talking to you guys, but now I get to talk to my coaches, and we want to highlight all of our client successes. It's just another opportunity to shed light on what we do as coaches. So, yeah.
And something that I would like to do with that too is if you, if we end up highlighting them, I would love if you can grab their address to just write them a quick handwritten card. Your coach has told me how awesome you've been doing, super proud of you, and just mail them a quick little good job card coming from telling them that you were so proud of them. So, if you want us to send them that card, we'd love to just send us their address so we can send it to them.
That's a great idea. You can also send a card too. obviously, but just, yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
So anyway, all right, back to you, Jessie. What are your questions?
Oh, wait, one more thing. I'm just kidding.
I'm never going to get to talk.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Jessie.
No, I'm sorry, Allie.
No, I really don't have anything. Go ahead.
So, what am I saying? My questions?
Questions and goals.
And just how
Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of questions right now. I've been bugging the crap out of Leanne. Sorry, girl. But my goals are to finish Coach Basics. So I'm still doing Rockstars, Coach Basics. And I'm on like day 10-ish. So I'm still working through that. So my goal is to finish Coach Basics 100% by August 15th. So the middle of August, I'll be finished with Coach Basics. So while I've been working on that, I haven't been doing a great job of inviting. My power hour goes by like that whenever I am doing Coach Basics. So it's hard to get those in. So part of my goals there is to, if I can't do 3, just do 1 and not kick myself that I haven't been able to do all, the suggested 3 a day. So those are my goals until I finish Coach Basics. And then after that, then I'll hopefully get my BAT going and be able to check off more boxes every day than just my 1 invite and then a Coach Basics in my power hour, and then it's done. So those are my goals.
How have you liked this Coach Basics?
It's been good. It's pretty similar to the Team Empower Coach Basics up to this point. So I haven't seen a huge difference just yet.
Okay.
But it's been good.
That tank top was cool. Leanne, was
It's
that
so
you?
cute.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Totally. And something that is helpful for another coach on our team, Stacy, I don't know if you know her. I know she used to invite in batches. And so she would do all of her inviting on Monday. And just instead of doing like 3 a day, she would do like, I don't even know how many in that day. And then kind of gradually follow up with them throughout the week. So that was something that I had never thought of. And then when she mentioned that, I was like, that's a great idea. So just throwing that out there for you guys, that can be super easy just to invite in batches. If you're short on time, that's an idea for you too. So
That's a really good idea.
So I do that too. But I don't call it inviting. I call it connecting. I never really start usually with just a cold invite. But I'll do that. I'll send a bunch of messages at once, and then I use the week to kind of follow up with them. Because then it's hard for me to I don't know. It's just easier for my brain that way, I think. So yeah, and then I keep track of everyone. In the beginning, I didn't keep track of my people, and I kick myself in the butt for not doing that. So finding some sort of tracking system, I am so unorganized. And so finally I'm using like the notes. I did a video. I don't know if you guys saw my notes app, and that has been really helpful for me because I don't want people to also feel like I forgot about them and it's easier with my challengers too that way. Rachel Atkinson said to use Google Docs or something, which I also don't know.
Yeah.
But that's another tracking system for that. Anyways, sorry, Lace.
no, that's all I had to say about that. And going back to your video that you talked about using your notes app, you can do a folder and a folder.
You can?
Yep. So you can do like one folder, and then you can break it down into several like subfolders.
Oh my gosh. Hashtag life changed. Just kidding. Cool. That's good to know. Thanks.
All right. Well, good job, Jessie. We'll definitely be following up with you with your Coach Basics. I love that you're really focusing on the business building activities for your business, not just like the busy activities, because it's sometimes hard to remember the difference between them because it can be a really fuzzy line. And so definitely the things that you're working on right now are the things that are going to be building your business and making the biggest difference for your challengers. So
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. I'll just go straight down. Allie, you've talked enough. Jillian, what are your questions and goals?
Okay. First, Jessie and Leanne. So good to see your faces and hear your voices at the same time. Not like on Instagram or whatever.
Since Summit is what she means, right? Since Summit.
Oh yeah, since Summit. Yeah. Okay, so I have been inviting, I haven't, like, my goal was 3 a day, and I was like rocking that at first, and then I ran out of people. But I'm still like, I find at least one person. Today I've invited 3 people, and I'm doing a lot of conversations, like, hey, how are you? I was scrolling Facebook and your name popped up, wondered how you're doing. Just like starting conversations like that. And yeah, a lot of invites. There's a lot of the end of the summer, like, oh, I'll start, the summer's been busy, blah, blah, blah. Things like that. I've invited some coaches, like people that I've found who are like, for example, one lady has lost like 57 pounds or something. I just found her on Instagram. I've been following her, and she's been following me for maybe a couple weeks now. And so I extended a coaching opportunity to her. I'm like, hey, you've already come this far. Have you ever thought about being a Beachbody coach? Blah, blah, blah. And I, you can see like that they've seen it on Instagram. Anyway, she's seen it. And a few other people like that. And so that's like that's like, I don't know. I told Allie, I don't have anything to show for it. I don't have anything like going on, but I'm not stopping, I just keep putting it out there. So
you're planting those seeds.
So, yeah.
And you definitely will, I'm sure you've heard so many times before, we're like a 30 to 60, if not even 90-day business, like out kind of business. Like you start here and then eventually it comes back around. It might take some time, but you will get rewards for that for sure.
Right. And I feel like now, as opposed to, in the past, I feel that now more than ever that I am like planting seeds, and I have the momentum going and all that stuff. Like I never really felt that before, but I feel that now, that like I can't stop because these people are actually watching me and things like that. So awesome. Nor do I want to, but
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So what's your goal for this week?
Sorry, Lace. Okay, there's someone in my current group right now who when they were doing their intros and all of those things, they had mentioned that I had invited her 4 years ago, and that she'd been watching me ever since. And how, in fact, when I was talking to her and I invited her this last time and sent her the pricing, she was like, oh my gosh, that's it? Like, that's all it costs? Which is so funny because her message was right next to someone else, so that was like, oh, that's way too much money. It's funny how people just have totally different ideas, right? But my whole point to tell you, people like are watching, and you really do prove yourself. You prove your consistency over time in order for them to trust you to like invest in you as their coach and those things. So, and another thing, I think those consistent conversations really help us become better at conversing about what we do. And I know the more I talk about what we do, the more convicted I become in what I'm doing, which helps me talk about it more, right? It's kind of like this cyclical thing. And then that's why we stop and we try to get back in. If those fears come back, right? The same initial fears that we might have had, or it's harder to talk about it because everything builds on each other. Like the more you talk about it, the better you get at talking about it, the more convicted you become in what you're doing. And so just any conversation is a benefit, even if it doesn't ever produce a Success Club point, or something like that. So, you've been doing amazing, Jillian. Like you've been doing so well with your posts, and you've been connected, and you've been doing so great. So I love it. What are your goals? Wait, you already said that, right?
No.
You already said what your goals are.
What are your specific goals for this week, Jillian?
I would love to make Emerald by this time next week. That would
awesome, Jillian.
And then I haven't started the Rockstars Coach Basics. I want to do that. I want to hit Success Club before the midnight tomorrow, all those things. I remember Allie, like forever ago, I don't know how long ago, but I remember you saying like you were so worried that you weren't going to hit Success. And then you woke up like the first day of the following month and you had made it. Like people had just purchased overnight. I've been thinking maybe that'll happen to me. I don't know.
Do you want to do an exclamation point?
So yeah.
Those are great goals. I love it. I wrote them down. So I'll ask
Good.
you about those.
Me too.
Yay.
Hey, you gotta go to bed.
Okay, next up is Cheryl. And Cheryl, before you start talking, I just wanted to tell everybody how awesome Cheryl is. She has jumped in with 2 feet. Like this is almost nearing the end of her first month. I literally got a message from one of her friends when I was at Summit saying, "Are you still a coach? I have a friend that might be wanting to be a coach." And by the time I got back from Summit, she called me and was like, "Okay, I'm ready. I want to sign up." And here we are. She's already an Emerald coach and hit Success Club 12 in her first month. So she is on fire and like killing it. So we're super excited to have you here with us, Cheryl, and to be learning from you and just to have you here because you guys are going to love her. She's like a party.
Oh, yeah. Well, I am so happy to have found Lacey. I've been searching for a coach for like a year, honestly. And I knew about the Beachbody products for many, many years. And then I got a double whammy because me and my little sister, Alicia, were wanting to join forces together on the fitness, health, and beauty side. And so we've been kind of mulling together, coming up with some type of platform to collaborate with. And then I found out that Lacey had a sister and they were doing this together. I don't know. It just was meant to be. So I'm feeling so blessed, seriously, I don't know. I'm just kind of still on a high, and it's kind of going to continue to be some of my goals is just to have that high and just kind of live BB. That's my new saying with myself. And so, I have a platform because I've been a personal trainer for 10 years. And so, I feel like I have kind of an instant platform, but my goals aren't so much I'm obviously hitting my current clients, but I'm more excited about people that I don't know because that puts me out there to practice, my uncomfort, out in the uncomfortable zone. And so I am trying to share it with people I don't know. And so I've done that a couple times already. And so a couple of my questions though are, I am having a hard time. I talked to you, Lacey. So when I'm in my share cart and my people who I've been selling, and I love the fact that I can sell at different levels. So I'm selling just on demand. I'm taking them from on demand and then, maybe they're on a challenge pack, but I'm starting little groups within my pods of my clients. Like we just started a PIO. 3 of them bought on demand, my clients, and we started a PIO group. But some of my people, when I'm doing the share cart, aren't getting my emails. And so then I go to my BB links and then I'm trying to email them and then I don't know if they got it. And then I'm texting and I'm doing all that. So when I try to do the copy on the share carts, I cannot pull that up anywhere. It says it's going to my clipboard and I'm not techie at all. And so when I go into my email, I'm on my computer, I can't find, the link won't come over at all. And I've tried, even my husband's tried to figure it out. I've even called customer service. Does anybody have any insight on that? So that's been kind of frustrating for me because I really like to share a cart. And so I'm having to be creative on the back end. And I prefer just to have it out of my cart because I love the invoicing aspect of it in my coach's corner,
So when it's copied to your clipboard, you can't just copy paste it into your email?
Yeah, it's not, when I go to paste it, nothing comes up on my links. I must be doing something wrong.
What browser are you using?
Well, that's a good question. That's how non-techie I am.
Maybe try another browser. Like if you're using Chrome, switch to Safari.
Okay.
Sometimes
I'm in Safari. Is that some? Yeah.
So maybe try it in Chrome because I know sometimes that stuff will happen to me and I just go to a different browser and it will work in the other browser. But that is really
okay
cool because when mine copies my clipboard, I can just paste it right into my.
You just come over and you just right click and you paste it, right?
Right. And
yeah.
I always send those copyable links now because I'd say more than half my people either don't get the emails. I wonder if they're not going through, if they're just going to junk or what, but it's common enough that I'm like,
yeah,
something's, I don't know. But now I just send them a direct link every time.
Well, but because I had to do some combo sales, and so I was trying to do that on demand plus the Lyft digital. And then the BB links, I can't combine it within one cart. So I didn't know how to send it to the customer, you know what I mean, with one link. And then I took a picture of the digital and I texted her and I emailed her. I copied it out of the BB links, but then it wasn't combined. And so I thought that was a little unprofessional, you know what I mean, on my part. Then
You should be able to combine on demand and the Lyft 4 digital access together.
I could do it on the share cart, but I can't combine the links on the BB.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You,
It's two separate links.
yeah. Well, I guess my question is, if I do two separate links and they just pick one, say she picked the one on demand, will the digital be there when she goes to shop, or does she have to select the digital Lyft for herself?
So when you're talking about the Beachbody links, is that from the link generator that you're talking about?
Yeah, the BB links.
You'd have to click on each one, and buy them separately, or she'd click on one and then she'd have to add the other one herself.
Okay.
So,
that's why the share cart you can combine.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So try another browser. I bet that will work if you try another browser.
Okay. I could do that. And then just some questions. I just noticed shipping costs. Like no one's given me any questions or any eyeballs on product price, but I just personally was going to buy something today and I was browsing, so I'm going to purchase some more bars and some samplers. And I was just curious on if you guys get any slack on shipping costs, because that seemed really pricey to me.
Right.
So like I had an order of, $100. I was going to buy a combo vegan regular pack for the 97, and then I added beach bars. By the time I was checking out, I was up to $190 for those two items.
Right. It is ridiculous. And it's something it's something that's been brought up before. So the thing that I will do to combat that is have them get it on auto direct and just let them know, because then it's like $4 shipping, and then just let them cancel that with an email the next day, so that way some things aren't auto ship. Most things are that you would want, but like
apparel, that's
apparel, yeah. That's not auto ship, so you'd pay a bunch of money in shipping, but the bars and the supplements you can get on auto ship. And so that's what I would do in that case.
Okay, that would be for my person. Okay, and that would be good. Okay, that sounds good. So what I've been working on is I'm going to start my first challenge with my sister September 10th. That's our goal. This week's goals for us, I was just in San Diego, and we're semi-live on Instagram and Facebook, and that's really out of my comfort zone. I mean, I'm a looky-lure. I'm not a doer on that. And so we have a team name called Fitness Life Spotters, and we're really excited about that name, and a little hashtag spot it as a spotter. And yeah, and so you can find us there. We haven't invited anybody because we haven't gone live. We want to do a duo video, and Lacey's going to maybe help me tomorrow on some input. Well, I'll ask her those questions tomorrow on my Zoom with her. So that's kind of our goal. We want to go live by Thursday and just go for it, And so I'm working on that this week. We already got our photos and stuff like that, and we're going to concentrate on weekly interviews within our careers, and we're going to kind of just have a spot it interview weekly, and then work off of that. But anyways, so we're working off of that. I'm on Rockstars. I finally got connected, so I'm on number 3 under. So I'm still working on that on the Rockstars basic training. I love it. I just think it's such a great resource with everything that I'm trying to absorb here. It's been great. And then personally, Lacey, that was a good comment. I was trying to do 3 a day contacts, and that's kind of working, but I'm doing some one-on-one personal challenges this month. That's my personal goal. So I have 4 follow-ups for the 4. I just really believe in the program as a trainer. And so I'm doing some one-on-one consultations. So last week I met with 3 people, and I'm following up with them. They want some samples of vanilla. So I'm waiting for that stuff to come in this week. Shakeology, so I could do a challenge pack. I sent out 2 emails late last night, one on demand and shake challenge pack, and then a Lyft 4 personal one-on-one challenge where they would have me personally as a coach for the 8 weeks. So that's kind of what I've been working on. And then just product knowledge still every night, as much as I can. I don't know. It's hard to put it all down because I'm just so excited. And I want to hit Success Club too. I'm reaching for 5 and hoping I go over 5 this month also.
That's awesome. So for your personal consultations, what are you requiring for that?
So I go in, I'm requiring them to sign. I watched something on something. She had a great advice of signing a contract for the 8 weeks. And then just before pictures, I'll take measurements, I'll take weight. And then my preference, just knowing the people that I'm approaching, all are candidates for the Lift 4. And then I then get them going on the 1 week orientation. But I personally, just because they're local, I would probably go over for the first week and do a video session with them and work out with them. And then incorporate all those good things that I'm seeing on the portal tracker, where you guys are setting that information already pre-designed on the week 1, week 2 on the Lift 4 comments. And then, add my own stuff also. So that's what and then just coming in with a buy-in as a challenge pack. So that's kind of what I'm doing.
That's a great use, I feel like, of the app, because I struggle with the app, but I think one-on-one with the app, I think is great tool. I actually have never thought about doing one-on-one.
I've asked Lacey and she's like, yeah, go for it, girl. Because I am more comfortable just because I feel that I was running challenges before about I used to run challenges before for free. So you just had me as a coach for 30 days as a motivator and stuff. And so it was just via text motivating people and stuff. And then also if I see them falling off, because we run a Google live spreadsheet that was a point system. So if I felt like someone was coming off of, their daily habits, then I would just reach out to them one-on-one. And I don't know, I just think it's a more personal thing for me. It's what I do every single day. So I thought, well, this will give me good practice because I'm having to share product knowledge and I'm going over with like a sample of the Shakeology pack. And then I'm writing it on a sticky and telling how to drink it. And then I come over with the ingredient sheets because I think that's the best sale that I find, that little cheat sheets, Shakeology with all the ingredients in it. The one thing I do wish, and this will be a good question, that just has the names of everything that's in it. I haven't found a cheat sheet chart with, the back of the ingredients of the packet that shows percentages, calories. I would love to find a cheat sheet of that to see if strawberry has organic sugar in it and stevia. I don't know what the sugar is in the other ingredients of the other flavors. I just know chocolate because that's what I've been drinking.
Right.
But I didn't see where I can find like the true ingredients or percentages of fiber and sugar and carbs and stuff like that, protein.
Right. So just like the basic nutrition label that would be on the back.
Exactly. I would love a cheat sheet form of just that to include in the ingredients that I'm sharing with them. You know what I mean? In the category section.
I wonder if I've seen it.
I'm sure we could track it down somewhere. If I find it, I'll post it in Team Empower and tag you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm just having fun. I just thank you so much for being available. And I'm just in here for the long haul. I just know it's going to take time. So I'll have some.
You, as a coach that's just getting started, what does your typical day look like as far as coaching goes? Like, where does coaching fall in for you? Do you have like a certain hours that you work the business, or like what does that look like for you right now? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I went to I went to like a notebook. Lacey gave me some good advice. I wanted to know how she tracked her stuff because I looked at the tracker activity and it wasn't going to work for me. And so I just have a 10 book subject, notebook, and I've just categorized it in different things. And then so what I'm working off right now is just my contact list, and I'm making all these notes within my people that either I contact them, I'm going to contact them. And then I kind of in my head know, because you kind of know people who when you're approaching, what they may be interested in, what they might not be interested. I share it all, but I just know some of my true friends and clients really well, or what they currently need right now. And that's really the bottom line is I don't want to be pushy and feel like someone should buy a challenge pack if they're not ready to go all in like that. So that's what I keep telling Lacey. It was so cool is I feel like I can sell at different levels. And then I just work it. I don't really have a set time. I feel like I kind of, whenever I just have downtime during the day, like last night I was up till 11 o'clock composing those 2 emails. It took me a while because, oh my God, it's just not my first choice to do, but I did it. And then, so whenever I have a free moment, I'm kind of just working it, I guess. I was just talking to someone in a new office today. Like she was a herbalist, and I'm like, hey, check out this fact sheet. You see any good herbs in here that you would take? She's like, oh, Shakeology, I've heard of it. So we just started talking. So, and I wanted to get her opinion about the herb side, and you know what I mean. She told me the stress one, the A word, ashwagandha, what is like one of the best things on that sheet for stress. So, you know, so I hope that answers it.
So one thing that I would suggest as far as your emails go, what I like to do, like with
Mm-hmm.
emails, with responses, with anything like that, is I will copy and paste it just into like my notes app or anywhere, like
Okay.
keeping those templates, because you'll find that as you go through your responses and your emails and stuff, they'll all be pretty similar. Like you'll have to tweak them here and there for different people or different whatever it may be, but generally it's pretty similar. And so it's nice to kind of have a template to work off of. And so you're not starting from scratch every time.
Perfect.
So just kind of like hold on to those so you kind of have So I would store those in a place that works best for you. So that's what it's.
That's perfect, like a script. Okay, perfect.
Yep. Awesome. Great job, Cheryl. That's
okay.
awesome. All right, Miss Leon, you are up, my friend. Talk to us about your questions, your goals, how you've been this week.
I don't think I have any questions really right now, which might be a first, so write it down.
Which is pretty impressive. Like look at how far you've come. Like you go.
Write it down. That's why you should write it down, because
and look, you're the one answering the questions now for Jessie. Like that's just go to show all of you, like when you don't think you can do it, there will be a day that you reach the point where you're like, hey, I do know. And even if I don't know, I know where to find it. So that's awesome.
It's not true. Somebody just has to believe in you for just a little while or a long while. So yeah, I don't think I have any questions right now. This past week, I really focused on going through Rockstar's Coach Basics. Because actually, when I think back on it, I never completed the Team Empower Basics. Like, never, ever. We just, I started, and then we just jumped in. So it's been kind of cool. Some of it was the same of what I had done before, but some of it's been new. She shares some great videos in there and just some great things about, reminding you to not forget your current clients for the new people and that kind of stuff. So that actually kind of lit a fire in me. For a vision that Jessie and I are kind of working on collectively, which is really exciting. Jessie and I have a Lift 4 group going right now. And because there's just so much excitement about this program. Like, it's really, really hard to not share this program because it's stellar, number one, but it's like easy for my market, like for my niche, it's the perfect solution, like the perfect solution. So I've just been capitalizing on that as well as my excitement for it. And I've had so many people that wanted to join after we started that we're going to actually start another one on August 6th. As crazy as that sounds with school starting, that I'm going to have 2 of them going at the same time, but it's all good. It's going to all work out. It's going to be beautiful. Beautiful chaos. So my goal going into this week, so leading up to this week and even coming out of Summit, I was lost as far as the business aspect of it was. I'd gotten in a funk and I'd gotten out of my routine, and I was stuck. And Lacey being gone for a week actually worked very, very well for my benefit because it made me push past that point. I wasn't relying on her. I wasn't like, is this okay? I'm a confirmation kind of person. I'm an overthinker. And it really made me just do it. And so this week has been really, really good for me in many ways. And so right now what I'm realizing is teachers come back to school Monday. Scott went back to work today full time with coaching. Football unofficially started today for us. And so life is fixing to get extremely chaotic. So my goal this week, and especially this week and then leading into the next couple of weeks, is to establish what's my routine going to look like. As much on my perfect day, and granted it'll be my perfect day, but on my perfect day, what's my routine going to look like every day as far as getting my things done to propel me forward to make those steps towards that vision and that big dream that much closer, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So it's not really a definable goal, I don't guess. It's just I've got to sit down and really figure out what it's going to look like for me.
Yeah.
And I have a goal of finishing Rockstars. I like Jesse's date of August 15th. That sounds fantastic. Let's go for August 15th. We'll keep each other accountable, girl. And then that way it's done before the first day of school on the 20th. So that's that. I'm trying to really dive into, I found actually 2 groups for coaches' wives. And I just joined one of them, and I've actually started chatting with the owner of that one. And then the other one is like, it's a huge one. It's tied to the state organization for the coaches. But it's for their wives. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of wives in that group. And I've been a member of it. And so I'm really trying to, I haven't figured out how to post in there or what to post, but I'm really trying to pay attention to that group more instead of just letting it be white noise in my notifications, and really trying to jump in there. And it's actually really crazy. Was it 2 nights ago? Anyway, a few nights ago, somebody actually posted, this wife posted, she's like, I don't know exactly what she said, but it was basically, how do you stay in shape? How do you find time for fitness with a husband that's coaching football, you're working full time, and you have kids? And I'm like, oh, pick me. But I didn't say that. I just went through and I'm like, girl, I know it's hard. I'm going to message you. And so I jumped on, and before I could think twice about it, I friend requested her first, and then I went straight to Messenger, and I was like, girl, I totally feel you. And I just led from my heart, just like, that was so me a couple of years ago. I was just lost. It's so easy to feel alone when you're a coach's wife, and then you add kids to the mix, and it's just, how do you find time for you? Blah, blah, blah. I went on, and I was like, and that's when I said yes, and I found this awesome opportunity, and she was like, send it to me. I want to try it. It sounds perfect. Now we'll see. I'm still talking to her. I have yet to share a cart with her. I just actually, before we jumped on, sent a follow-up with like, girl, did you start football today too? It's so hard to find balance during this time. I actually kind of took Allie's message that she had shared with us and tweaked it a little bit, but the balance is perfect for right now if you're a coach's wife, that you're trying to figure that balance between they've been home for the summer and now they're going back to work, and those hours and what that looks like. And I was like, it's so easy for us to forget about ourselves. So I'm giving you permission to take care of you, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully she messages back. And in that strand, because you know how when you comment, then you see other people's comments below yours. There were like 2 other people that commented. And again, I just was like, girl, I so feel ya, and I just messaged them. One of them has not responded. 2 of the 3 have responded and have gotten the sample for Lift 4. And I'm crossing my fingers. The 3rd hasn't responded yet, which is totally okay. But what stood out to me was that there were a couple on there that were saying Beachbody on demand and Beachbody, yada, yada. And then some were like, I'm a coach. You want to talk? And I'm like, oh, I could see where that is a turnoff. And so, but then it's just like, it hits you where when you talk to those pain points that you can totally relate. Because the one, she's like, her husband is a head baseball coach, which is what mine does. And so we were able to also connect on that level too. And the other one has 2 boys. So it provided that. It's just other connectors too. And if I would have just said, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, you want to chat? She probably would have never responded. Right. So I'm really excited about that and hoping for more opportunities like that slowly as time goes on.
That's awesome.
Yay. I love
and I guess like a total random goal right now, because you're talking coaches' wives, or I'm talking coaches' wives. I have yet to invite any of our personal coaches' wives. I've invited, I think, maybe one. And so I think I need to make myself a goal for this week to invite all of them to the August 6th group and use going back to work, the hubbies going back to work, as a reason to invite them. So I think that's a goal for this week.
That's awesome.
A measurable goal.
Love it. Perfect. And I love that you've utilized like your connections, you know, like you've start where you are. You know, there's no point in trying to reach beyond where you are if you haven't already used the market that you're in. You know, like with Cheryl, she's using the market that she's in, and Leanne, you're using the market that you're in. Like I've seen all of you guys do that, and a lot of times people are like, oh, well, I don't have a website, or I don't have a huge following, or I don't have a, but that doesn't matter. You know, like what matters is that A, you're showing up consistently, and B, that you're connecting with people. You know, you're loving on people, you're encouraging people, and if that's your next door neighbor or somebody across the ocean, it doesn't matter. Like it's still a person, you know. Like, so I love that you guys are really utilizing your community and your connections, and that's what something that they talked about on the National Wake Up Call. I don't know if it was last week or it must have, I don't know what it was, but and he was talking about how he was a 50-year-old guy. He's like, this is not like, I'm not going to send a hey girl message, you know. He's like, that's not really my community. But he's like, but I love to cook. And so he's like, my niche, whatever, was the Instant Pot, which is, it's people that are using the Instant Pot. He's like, that's how I connected with people, you know, because we liked to cook and we didn't have a lot of time. And he's like, you need to find your passion, something you enjoy talking about that's not just fitness, you know? And so I've seen that all of you guys have done that, and you found your area, you're finding your people. And that's what's growing your business. You know, that right there is, and not only growing your business, but growing your business with people that you like to be with, that you enjoy talking to, you know, rather than people that you're like, we don't get each other, you know? And so I think that's awesome that that's what you guys are doing, and really working on narrowing that down. Because the more specific that you can be with that, the more successful you'll be, you know? And so that's awesome.
And I want to say too, one reason, you guys know I fangirl over Summer Tucker. Cheryl, you'll learn this about me. There's this coach named Summer Tucker who I just love her. I'm like obsessed with her. And one reason I think I really connect with her is that she is all about the heart and like connecting and really serving people rather than hitting a success club she's like a millionaire with Beachbody. Like, you know, obviously she knows it's a business too. It's a business. But I love the way that she serves her clientele because she really has a servant's heart. And I truly believe that the way that you're connecting with people makes an impact beyond helping them, you know, lose weight. And that's what people really want, or to be noticed and to feel important and feel seen and loved, whether they buy something from you or not. And that has made coaching much more fulfilling to me as I've really tried to reach out and uplift and serve the people that I'm connecting with. And it also makes me feel more confident in my connections with them, that I'm not just connecting with them to make a sell. And in the beginning, when I first signed, I really wrestled with that with myself. Oh my gosh, like I'm just connecting with them because I want it to lead to this message about joining a group. And while that might be the reason why I started doing what I'm doing, it's very much not the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I know that right now, that's not my end goal. Yes, I want to help them. Yes, I think it's an amazing opportunity, which is why I always bring it up. But I would bring it up anyways, even if I wasn't looking for a sale, because it's part of my life right now and it's part of my passion. And so being confident in my connections with people and like connecting with them, like to serve them and to help them, and has been, I don't know, really fulfilling for me in a way that I had struggled with in the beginning. So I love what you're saying, Leanne, about you're connecting with these people on similarities that you have with them. And I just think that's so important. I don't know. It's Jillian Marco Polo'd me the other day, and she's like, don't you feel like Beachbody is kind of like church? Like we're in this just all really trying to serve each other and uplift each other and help each other reach goals and the community we're trying to create. And I just was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. And that's so right. And I know like at Summit, when I was with all of you girls next year, Cheryl, you too, it just is so, that really is what the gospel is all about, right? Is uplifting and serving and the community, creating a community based on the principles and morals and standards and values that we're trying to implement in our own businesses. And so no, Beachbody's not the gospel or the church, but what a tool it is to bring people closer to Christ by helping them feel of worth and feel that value that they are. Does that make sense? So I'm all about the connection. And I love what you said, Leanne, about how you're connecting with people. And I think that that's, it might take longer, you guys, but I really feel that it makes what we do more fulfilling. So that was like a tangent on a tangent on a tangent. Sorry.
And I think in addition to that, it lays a stronger foundation, because weight loss is going to ebb and flow. The 6-pack will come and go, or in my case, never come. But, like things like that they'll ebb and flow. But when you establish a connection on a strong foundation, it's not like they're going to go and hide when they're like, I've gained 50 pounds. It's like, it's okay, girl. Like, let's pick up the pieces and keep moving. It's a heart to heart rather than like a cell to a person kind of a thing. So I love that. But anyway, awesome. All right. Well, you guys, we've already taken up almost an hour. Oh, wait, Cheryl, hold on. I have you muted. Okay. Did you have something to say?
Oh, the last girl just spoke. I forgot her name. I'm really bad with names. That's not a good thing, connecting. But she said she was sending Lift Force samples. What did she mean? What did you mean by that? Because I didn't, yeah. I think you said you sent someone a Lift Force sample. Uh-huh. Did you do a certain video or what did you do there?
There's a free workout link.
Okay.
Is it shared? I don't know, Allie and Lacey, is it shared in the Team Empower page? I just know I have it saved in my notes. I can go, if it's not in Team Empower, I can go post it.
Okay. Tell her what
is it.
Duet.
Will you post it in there? That'd be awesome if it's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there.
totally. As soon as we get done.
How long is it? How long does it give an intro, or is it just like go right into one of the 20-minute workouts, or what does it do? Do you know?
I think it's I think it's a 30-minute sneak peek preview that they kind of came out with right before. I think it's the same workout that they did live, that Saturday live workout that Joel did. I think it's the same workout.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the Q&A on the end of it so that they don't have it for an hour. I sent the live one to quite a few people and just told them, hey, just be warned, it's like a 30-minute workout, but there's like 30 minutes of Q&A, which you might find interesting and helpful. And then I started, I don't know where I found this one, but I believe it's the same workout. It's just not live. It's just recorded. Yep. And no Q&A.
Oh, I would love to get my hands on that because I'm kind of on my one-on-ones right now. I'm just taking over the brochure and then getting them on my Beachbody on demand and kind of just show them a real quick clip. So I would love that. That would be great.
Yes, I will go post it in Team Empower as soon as we get off.
That's been really huge for me for this Lift 4 launch, sending that to people. They've never done that with any other program before. And it's so nice because this program, like he talks about the entire program during the workout. And so it really shines light on what people are getting into. It's not just like a sample, like he's telling you like about the nutrition plan and about like, these are the types of moves and this is how each of the moves are going to be structured, and connects them with Joel, which is a big deal. It shows them that the link is on demand. So they have to go to on demand. So they kind of are not familiar with how on demand works, but they've been to Beachbody on demand to kind of see it. I think it's brilliant. I only had one.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. They need to do it with every new program they come out with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will from now on. I feel like it's been a real benefit to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I'm going to go back and send that to all the ones I need to follow up with this week because I was looking, remember, Allison, I was trying to ask, like, what could I send? Like, you know what I mean, before meeting with them. So I'm going to go back and this will be a good second follow-up for me. So perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's
cool. All right, you guys. Well, if there aren't any more questions, we'll let you go spend time with your cute families. And we have your goals written down, so we'll go over those next time we talk. So, wait, hold on. Leanne, go ahead.
client shout out.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I have a challenger. Jesse and I have a challenger in our group that's just totally killing it. In fact, we did I don't remember what we called it. A challenger love of the week or something last week. And I have her little gift, but her name is Maggie and she's totally killing it. And y'all were talking about that 30 to 60 to 90 day return. She is a person that said no to me the very first time I asked her. She said, "Oh, I've done P90X before and it just didn't work." She came back to me probably 4 months later and she has been one of my best customers. I wish I could convince her to coach, but I can't. So it's okay. I've talked to her about it plenty of times, but she's killing it. And she is today. I took Allie's suggestion and put that post in our group about, "Hey, we have a team call tonight. We'd love to shout you out. Tell us your biggest takeaways." And she's the only one that commented, and I wish I could remember exactly what she said, but she did say she has gotten stronger faster than she ever thought possible in 2 weeks, and that she's just loving getting back to a routine and taking care of herself again before she has to go back to work on Monday, because she's a teacher at our school. So shout out to her, because she's killing it, and she's loving on everybody. Like if somebody posts, she's right there to encourage them and to cheer them on as she's going. So
that's cool.
Big shout out to her.
That's so awesome. I have a shout out too. So my girl, her name's Holly Craig, and she said, I had asked that I posted, but I told you guys to post in your groups, and she said, "I feel so strong, stronger than I have ever been. I, for once, feel worth it and normal and like I matter. This has led to a more positive outlook and on everyday matters. The group has been so welcoming, encouraging, and fun. I may not see it in pounds yet. I haven't weighed yet. I don't have to tie a number to it right now, just going on how I feel, and I feel so great." And when people tell me, like, especially when they're like, I feel of worth and I feel like I matter, that's what really hits home for me. And I'm like, oh, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So shout out to Holly on this call. It's been awesome. So Any other challenger shout outs? Cheryl?
I do, yeah. So my client, Melinda Case, is in our challenge group. We have 6 in your guys' group. And so I used to train her about 5 years ago when she lived in Las Vegas, and she moved to Carlsbad, and she got married and was really good, but just kind of lived up the life and gained a bunch of weight. She's a trauma nurse down there in Encinitas, and just her schedule is horrific. And so she called me back in January, and we started Skyping sessions starting in January. I was trying to help her out, but her schedule was crazy. So I brought her into the challenge, and she's lost 8 pounds already. And the number one thing I'm so proud about is that she has gone on board with nutrition, because that's the number one thing. And she bought the containers I didn't even know, and I had a sale. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to use this. So I helped her. That was fun. So I got to learn a little bit more about the containers. And she's fitting it in. And I know that was one of her biggest challenges, was getting it in, within her 5 days or even her 7 days, because of her work schedule. And because she leaves 4 in the morning and doesn't get home till 9. So a big shout out to her, because she's on board. She loves the shakes. She went and bought the packets to go to Hawaii, and she's already pre-planning where she's going to get her weights at, what hotel she's going to be at. So I'm just so happy for her. So she's happy.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else?
Difference you guys are making, that's so cool.
Yeah,
it's fun. We're so fun. We're
so lucky, you guys. We're so lucky that we get to do this. Not only that we have each other to talk to about these things, well, that especially, I think, but we're so lucky to have found what we found, to have felt the difference that we already have, and now that we all feel, I don't even want to call it the obligation, or duty, I don't know, the responsibility to share it with other people. And we're so lucky. We're just so lucky to have each other help one another do that too. So.
And we also have, don't forget, I know Leanne's mentioned that she has connected with some of the coaches on the Rockstar International team that have one's a counselor, and she's made connections there that have been super helpful for her. So don't forget that our community doesn't just stay in a challenge group, doesn't just stay in Team Empower, but it expands. We're here for one-on-one and connection and but the family is bigger, and so don't ever hesitate to continue to reach out to the Rockstar International group. And within here, like if you're running a challenge group and you're like, I need some more people, like who wants to join up, like we're all in the trenches together, and there's never a lack of support. So it often can feel really lonely when you're kind of like on your phone in your house by yourself. You can feel like one, and you're alone. But once you're like open up to the team, you'll realize, and you guys know, you see this at Summit so much, when you realize you aren't alone, like there's a whole tribe that has your back. So
It's awesome.
we'll in this together.
So next week's call, you guys, Christy Borders is going to be doing it for us. She wasn't at Summit last year. She was at Summit the year before. Jillian, do you know Christy Borders? So she is helping lead the group in the app. So you might have seen her, but she's like our sister coach, kind of. Anyways, she's going to be doing our team call. So I'm sure her team members are going to join us too, but she's going to be talking about like the wording and stuff she uses to invite coaches to her team. And then also the importance of signing your spouse and like how to put orders through your spouse and how that.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, Cheryl, you were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Stephanie Richardson said that she would do a call on that topic, but she hasn't announced when that is. But Christy is awesome at that. So I asked her to do a call for us next week. So same time, I'm assuming same time. I'll check on that, but same day, next Monday. So, okay, we'll let you guys go. We love you. We think you're awesome.
And the recording, I'll be putting the recording up in Team Empower. So if you have any coaches or friends within the group or whatever that weren't here, feel free to tag them and let them know that it's available. So,
cool.
All right, guys.
All right. See you later.
Bye.